Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to create an animal print nail design using some transfer foils. So this one I've actually been ironing down for such a long time, and I just thought it was the best time to use it since we're still in February. It's still that Valentine's kind of feeling, so I thought pink will suit so well right now. So we're going to use one colour really. So the transfer foil itself is a slightly darker, well not slightly, much more darker shade of pink. So to be safe, it's probably best you do use the most similar shade to that transfer that you're using, transfer colour that you're using underneath, just to prevent any kind of, you know, if the transfer foil doesn't transfer well, then you want to make sure there's something behind so it's not too noticeable. But I was quite brave today and I thought I can just do it with this light pink, and I will do / have the best transfer ever. So we'll see how that goes later in the video. So I'm just using this very nice cute pale pink, and I'm going to apply it across all of those nails. We will go ahead and add some glitter in a second as well to one of those nails, and then we can crack on with our transfer foils. The transfer foils that I'm using today are, I believe I got them on Shein. Shein has a quite wide variety of transfer foils that you can pick from, and alternatively you can actually look on AliExpress too. AliExpress will have an even larger probably variety of them. I do find, however, the Shein products so much more cheaper and affordable, and you can collect points on there, so then later on when you order again you can have your products reduced. And I don't know if you guys use Quidco. I will leave a link in the description if I don't forget. It's Quidco is a cashback website, and it's amazing for doing your shopping. I think Shein has like a 10% cashback, so if you collect your points and then place a big order, and then you can get it reduced through the points, plus you get the cash back. It's really affordable, so I highly recommend it. Quidco have millions and millions of other stores you can go on there, clothing stores, food places, literally groceries online you can get cashbacks from. It's a great place. If you haven't used it before, I highly recommend. I will leave it linked in the description. It's literally my go-to place. It saves me so much money. Even stuff like glitter bells, and if you guys are familiar with glitter bells, I use their nail art gels. They are also on there, so you can save some money on there, you know, just places that you would shop anyways. Why not just get a bit of a cashback? So now that we've got 2 layers applied, glitter has been applied. Glitter's from Larissi, the usual place. I'm going in with a nail prep cleaner liquid on my little lint-free wipe, and I'm just wiping them down, and that's because I will be using some striping tape, and I find that it just sticks better on the matte, like non-sticky layer of gel polish. Whenever it's sticky, it just kind of glides and slides around, and it just doesn't stay where I want it. So now it's time to apply our transfer foil gel. So the one I'm using I absolutely love to bits. It's my favorite. It's from Macart. So I'm just going to apply it across this one full nail, and then the other 2 are going to be only applied to half of the nail. You then want to make sure you cure it for 60 seconds. Once you cure it, you want to make sure you leave it to just chill. Make sure you kind of, almost like, the cooler you get it, the better I find that it transfers. So of course, as soon as it comes out of the lamp, it's almost like it's heated up from the LEDs in your lamp. But when you kind of leave it to chill for a couple of minutes, nothing too crazy, maybe 2, 3 if you want to, you can leave it for 5. It literally transfers so much better. You have to try it if you haven't tried it, or if you're struggling with foils. I literally, trust me, this has been a massive game changer for me. And it also feels like I haven't done a video on transfer foils in a little while, so it's quite nice to bring that back in. And with transfers as well, I feel like they're quite difficult to use sometimes in salons and stuff like that, so I hope that today's video is going to be quite helpful with that. So here's our transfer foil. I think it's so cute. It's pink, animal print, it's got the word sweet in there too. I thought it was just super cute. So I just cut a little chunk out of my little roll that I had. The transfer foil came in like a pack of, I think it comes in a pack of 10. One of those like plastic containers, and you get a pack of 10. Each transfer foil is a different pattern, so this was part of the animal print box that I got. Then here I like to focus quite a lot of my time on the sides, making sure that those sides transfer, and then I spend a lot of time rubbing it in the center. Of course, if you decided to place the darker pink shade underneath this, it just would have made your life so much easier. So I wouldn't highly recommend what I did here. I just thought I will be brave, see what happens, and I have to say it wasn't the worst. You just really have to be patient. Sometimes I even like to apply the transfer foil and just leave it chill in the background, doing its thing. You just have to try all sorts of things to see what happens, what works best and everything. The trick about leaving the transfer gel kind of chilling after coming out of the lamp was actually I noticed it by accident because I forgot I was curing the nails that I was working on back ages ago now. And then I noticed after trying to put a different nail in the lamp, so then I took it out, put the foil on, and boom, it was literally seconds. So yeah, it was quite good. Quite good. So now we're doing the full cover nail. Those are usually the hardest to do just because, you know, the nail isn't straight, isn't like a flat surface, it's got bends and everything, but I usually like to focus on the center, then work from one corner to the other and just press it down into the edges. And same thing applies, just keep pressing, keep rubbing. I like to use my fingers. I know that not everyone does. Some people prefer to use one of those silicone tools. I don't think I've seen anyone use anything different than either fingers or that tool that you can get. With fingers, some people don't recommend it just because, you know, your hands are warm, so if you're going to keep touching the nail, you're kind of warming up that gel underneath, which obviously then makes it not that very good sticky and won't transfer the foil. So you just have to work with what you've got and figure it out, I guess. It's quite like a playing game, like you're trying to figure out how to make it work. But I've always used my fingers and I've never had any issues myself, so I don't like the silicone tools. I feel like I've got more control over my nails, where I'm kind of pressing what area needs a bit more of a rub. With the silicone tool, I just feel like I can't get as much power and rub in there as I would have liked to. So there we go, full nail. We have to do one more nail there in the background, which I've already done. So this is the little striping tape, and it's beautiful because it's literally sparkly. We will be applying the matte top coat, and funny enough, even though right now this transfer tape is purple, it's going to end up being pink, and it was not planned. I wasn't expecting it to turn pink, but the matte top coat almost kind of like melted it a little bit, or just literally changed the color, which was so crazy to see, and it turned pink. It was literally perfect for our nail design today, and it literally turned it to this very vibrant neon looking striping tape, which is funny because it literally works really well, because our little animal print there in the center, it's got like a vibrant pink kind of shade there, so it was quite funny. Although I wouldn't mind it staying this purple shade, you know, I picked this purple shade for a reason, but it's fine as long as everything still works, then that's great. So we do have one more nail chain in the background, that full light pink nail, and for that one I'm going to apply a striping tape right in the center of that nail, right from the top right to the bottom. I'll show you guys how I do it now. And since we don't have that sticky layer, it's actually quite safe to lift the tape a little bit to kind of reposition, and it still sticks on really well, especially as in the moment we will apply the matte top coat, so of course it will just glue it into place and it won't budge anymore. There we go. Oh, managed to mess it up. I'll reapply. There we go. You want to make sure you press it down and everything, and then using some little scissors, I've got these special, I guess, nail scissors. It came in with a nail kit when I was practicing for my certificate, and this came in the little box, so now I've just dedicated it for my nails. And it's super sharp. It's super like those scissors are really good. I really recommend them. I think I did notice them on AliExpress before, so you could get them there. I'm sure Amazon have great scissors for nails and stuff, and they're great because they're small, so you can really get into really close to the nails and trim the edges and everything. I feel like striping also tapes are one of those that I just don't use often, and I don't really see a lot of people use, to be honest, either. They're quite like one of those I feel like everyone has but never really uses. So I really like the ones like this that have this beautiful glittery sparkle to them. So I have a whole pack of different colours. I do have one of those standard ones. I feel like they're kind of like, is it like metallic looking or chrome looking? I'm not sure, but those are my favourite. I love when there's a sparkle. Love. So I'm just going to finish trimming them. Once we finish that, I'm taking my time here, as you can see. We're going to top coat. So the top coat that I'll be using today is my Macut one. I've got it on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description, along with the Semilac gel polish down there as well. And the glitter, where I got my glitters too. So there we go. Can you see the colour change in the striping tape? How crazy is that? You have to watch out though, because it's almost like it was letting go of the pigment, and yeah, it was just acting real weird. So what I had to do was kind of try and apply the matte top coat on the top and bottom bit first, and then quickly do a swipe on the striping tape to try and, you know, scrape as little amount of that pigment as possible of that colour of the striping tape. There we go. I'm just avoiding the striping tape, and in a minute I'm just going to have to go for it. Just go for it. Ideally, if you do it as well, I would recommend just maybe cleaning your brush before you put it back in. I was kind of confused what was happening really. I didn't fully straight away get that I'm kind of removing the pigment, so I did put my brush back in the pot, which was a bit annoying, but luckily it didn't drastically contaminate my matte top coat. I've done this video a little while ago now, and I have used the matte top coat, and I don't have any pink pigment, which is great. So I'm just going to finish this nail there, pop into lamp. The very last thing we've got is some crystal placement. So today's video is super easy, very kind of, yeah, just easy really, nothing too crazy going on. I love matte top coating. Transfer foils, I just love it. Transfer foils and stamping is just the best matte top coated. So I've got some beautiful crystals. We've got like this dusty pink, and we've got this kind of purpley shade, which I thought would work really well with today's colour choices that we've done. So for these half animal print nails, right at the top I'm going to place 2 crystals, one larger one being the pink one, and then one slightly smaller one being that little purpley shade. There we go. Oh, they're so cute. I loved coloured crystals so much. And we're going to do the same for this one, and I think possibly off camera, maybe on camera, can't remember now, but I think I did it off camera possibly. I do end up placing caviar beads in between these crystals as well, but most of the time I cure these first and then apply the caviar beads, but it kind of depends how many crystals I'm using and all of that good stuff. So for this nail here, right in the centre, I'm going to place a bow. Bows are literally my most used little charms that I use for nail art. I sometimes get comments asking me how would like these charms last. I probably would suspect they wouldn't last long at all, but I can't really tell you how long they last because they are literally just for nail art designs. Nobody's wearing them. I feel like sometimes people are thinking that I wear these nails, but no, they're all the same size. There's no way for me to be putting them on. They'll be too big or too small. They're always the same size. So here, after I cured the bow, and I cured it just so it doesn't move about, I'm placing a purple, then the pink, then the purple crystal next to each other on both sides of the nail. Pop it into the lamp. I also applied some caviar beads there too, and here are the final results. So I hope you guys liked it. I think they're so cute and so simple and so recreational. So I hope you guys really liked this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would absolutely love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys!